In the retrial of the man accused of kidnapping and killing 6-year-old Isabel Celis, Christopher Clements' defense attorneys continued to question the girl's father. Now, the defense is focused on the continued mystery of how an intruder could steal the girl out of a house full of people unless the father, Sergio Celis, assisted somehow. KGUN 9's Craig Smith has been following this case since the little girl disappeared 12 years ago. He joins us now live. And Craig, they still focused on the Celis family today?
Very much focused on the Celis family. The last witness today, Becky Celis, Isabel's mother. Right before that, one of her brothers, but the main witness, Sergio Celis, her father. And part of the reason is that there's really nothing that physically ties Christopher Clements to the house where the little girl disappeared. There's no DNA from him there, no fingerprints there. So to try to raise the sort of suspicion that will help lead to Clements being acquitted, they are focusing on the father. Prosecutors say cell phone tracking shows the night Isabel Celis disappeared, Christopher Clements' cell phone was in the general area where the girl's body was found. But there's a continuing mystery of how anyone could steal the girl out of the family's house with 4 people and a collection of dogs inside. The girl's house is surrounded by a 6-foot wall with a door that could only be opened from the inside of the yard. All courtroom images are from previous trials and hearings. Cameras are forbidden in this trial. Sergio Celis told defense attorney Eric Kessler that dogs would not always bark loudly if a stranger entered the house. It's been noted that when Isabel disappeared, some of her favorite clothes disappeared with her. Kessler asked, "Would you expect Isabel to fight and resist?" Her father said, "I'd say yes, but she could be so scared she would be submissive, and that she might not scream if she was frightened so much that he, the intruder, told her not to." Other questioning explored whether an intruder could carry a 30 to 40-pound girl out a window and over the 6-foot wall, or whether they could have used the front door, passing through the room where Sergio Celis was asleep on a couch. Now, so far, this trial has been presented almost exactly like the previous case that did end in a hung jury. There's still 4 weeks set aside to continue to try this case. Pat?
Craig, you've been mentioning, that what has been different this time around that could result in a different outcome. Doesn't seem like much.
Well, they really are kind of presenting the case just as we remembered it from the previous trial, but the real difference here is the jury. Trials are very often won or lost based on jury selection before testimony even begins. Now, neither side can try to find people that actively favor their case, but they can try very aggressively to make sure they exclude jurors who they think will be against their client. Reporting live at the Pima County Courthouse, Craig Smith, KGUN 9.
All right, Craig, thank you very much.